Bodybags, where horror lies.
What is up, y'all? Dubby Dubbles at you again. Another week here on the Bodybags. Went to Redbox last night and I picked up the 2017 release of Rings. Now that is actually the third in the American franchise. So I guess it's officially a trilogy as far as the American Rings go. Basically, your story follows this. First and foremost, it starts off with one of the main characters on a plane, and they are being plagued by Samara, and of course the curse of the ring tape. So that whole scene, I must say, the opening of the film was kind of underwhelming, but after that, it does pick up a little steam here and there. It cuts back to 2 years earlier. Of course, he's getting kind of followed on this plane by the crazy Samara girl, the curse, like I said. And before she hits the fan there, it goes 2 years back. And that's basically where the movie starts off. The meat and potatoes of the movie starts. So it follows a young couple. Her, I forget the character's name. Younger woman, young 20s, I would suppose. Her boyfriend is going off to college, so they have this separation thing. As they're trying to Skype and contact back and forth, they end up hearing about this cursed video. At least the boyfriend does. He knows some people at his college. So basically, she's going to try to help and save her boyfriend and figure out the mysteries behind this tape. And that being said, as they're searching for the mysteries, there is a lot of mythology revealed. There's a lot as far as just the overall story arc of the Ring franchise, which I thought was really cool. They add, plot points and elements. And basically, when they're reviewing this tape and trying to find out about it, of course, the typical things, except it has been modernized and thrown in the digital era. It's went from an analog VHS tape to digital. Now it's like an MP4 file format, and it can be shared. And which, if you saw Ringu versus The Grudge, they've already tackled some of these elements. But as far as American and Western audiences goes, that has not been really brought out in the franchise. So the whole digital era thing, I think that's pretty cool that they've added that. Little modern touch here and there. And that being said, when they're reviewing this video, they end up, with today's modern technology, finding a video within a video. And I have to say about the video itself, it is a lot of the same footage used in the original Ring clip, the original American remake of The Ring. So I thought that was really cool. That was a nice touch, using even some of the same actors and little girl, at least for those clips itself. I'm sure they used different actresses as far as when Samara does show up on film. Not to give anything away, I'm sure y'all expected to see her. Like I said, the young actress and like the one that played her mother, they used clips here and there. The original mixtape, I don't know what you want to call that, the cursed video itself. So that's cool. But like I said, they unwrap more never before seen footage, and basically they use this footage to try to research what really happened. So you really go into Samara's parents, you go into the background. There's a lot of plot points added, so that is good for it. Now, most of the actings and characters I did not care for. Not to say there are terrible performances here and there, because I'm sure not an acting coach or director, so I can't really say on that, but I just couldn't relate to a lot of the characters. The performances just, um, your main character, main woman, is very just, I guess she's down to earth, but she's very just dry and doesn't have any personality or any, you know, thing that really exudes from her. One character who plays the caretaker in the graveyard, played by Vincent D'Onofrio. Fantastic performance by him. His character is used sparingly, though, not a whole lot of screen time for him, and that is unfortunate because, of course, a fantastic actor and gives no exception a great performance with this character. Um, I did like the story elements that added, and as far as the mythos and mythology, the folklore, you know, it does what it can to add to it and modernize it and still stay true to the original. I do appreciate. Some spotty CG here and there. Not a huge fan of CG, of course. Not terrible CG, just kind of middle of the road. Um, there is some plot holes here and there. There's some kind of what the fuck moments. Like the main character, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, she just comes off as a dumbass a few times. Just terrible decisions. I know that's kind of horror movie cliche that happens here and there, but there was a lot of pretty noticeable ones, and I'm not one to nitpick that kind of stuff. So that kind of hurt it for me. But that being said, it was a lot better than what I expected. Um, if you're a fan of the original Rings, I think you deserve to check this one out to at least see what they're doing with the mythos and what they're doing to add to the story. Um, you know, go with low expectations, and I think you'll be entertained. It's a you know, a decent watch, a harmless watch, flies by. Um, yeah, it does. It pulls from the J horror elements, you know, where it can. I think it'd be cool to kind of see that make a little come around and hopefully get back to that style once again, a little more often, and at least in the American Western civilization, the Western market. It'd be interesting to see. So, but that being said, I'm gonna have to give it like a 5.5 out of 10. Slightly above average. Like I said, it was a lot better than I thought it'd be. I thought it was just gonna be complete shit, and I don't think it was. There's some atmospheric parts. There's some cool settings. Like I said, there's some cool little plot points here and there. So, yeah. So 5.5, 6 out of 10, something like that. Yeah, let me know what y'all think on this one. So, till next week. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.